Hey guys, welcome to Mr. Kevin's STEM or STEAM Craft. Today here at Washington Park Library, I am super excited to be here with you. How are you today? Really? All right, not bad. You excited about doing some crafts? Well, I am. I'm super excited. And today we got a wonderful one. So let's go over what we'll need for today's craft. So I got a couple different kinds of paper. I got some graph paper. Can you see that? Yeah, it's got these lines. This is a really fun paper to use. I also have some regular paper just to show you that we can do this in both regular paper or graph paper. I got a couple of pencils, always helpful. A couple of markers, a couple of different colors, markers, colored pencils, whatever you got works. All right, and then some scissors. So today what we're going to be doing is drawing a heart. Can you draw a heart? Well, yeah, so let's give it a whirl. Okay, so I'm going to start off drawing it on the graph paper, and I'm just going to draw a small heart, maybe like inch and a half ish size. So I'm going to draw it like this. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, see, there's my heart on the graph paper right there. Okay, now I'm going to take a look at this, and I'm going to square it off. Okay, so we got, that means that any area that it touches, I'm going to okay, see how I did that? Squared it off there. All right, then I'm going to cut that out. Okay, so let me just, before I cut that out, let me just show you how we could do that on a regular piece of paper. Okay, again, just draw a heart. Okay, and then we're just gonna, so there's our regular heart. Okay, and then we're gonna just square that off. So we're just gonna make. See how I did that? Okay, just square it up. All right, so now I'll cut them both out. Okay, and the graph paper one. Okay. Now here, we're supposed to get some snow. What is the weather like where you are at? Is the weather nice? Have you been getting snow? I like the snow. I don't like cleaning up after the snow though, like shoveling. But I do like sledding and skiing and playing in the snow. That is always fun. So yeah, so as you can see, I'm just kind of squaring it off and just cutting it out. Okay. Okay, so we got that. If we turn it over here, just a squared heart. There we go, perfect. Okay, now let's do this guy. Okay, we got a lot of little pieces here, but Okay, and do the side. Okay, and we got this guy here. All right, this one's a little more interesting, funny shape, but it's, you can see it is a heart. Okay, and then this is the graph paper one. Okay, so we got these two guys here. All right, so we clean up this area. Now, again, we have a clear sheet of graph paper, that works. But we can also use a piece of white paper. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take, so I'm taking the paper and then the paper heart and then the graph paper and the graph paper heart. I'll work on those separately. What we're going to do is we're going to put it in the bottom lower hand part of the corner, and I'm going to trace it. Okay, there we go. See our heart there? Looking good. Okay, now let me show you with the regular graph paper.
See, that was good like that. Color. One of my problems. I know, yeah, I haven't got a haircut, but I'm looking to get it cut someday.
Okay, there we go. And that one. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take the hearts and we're going to match the heart template on top of the heart that we just drew. Okay, so let's just do that.
I'm dropping off some folks for one of your families and some summer reading bookmarks and stuff. You back here? Yeah. And this is the first day. Her name is
Okay. Do they say when they're coming by?
No. Oh, that's why I'm leaving you with the
Okay.
contact information.
Awesome. Great.
Everything. Cool. On to the next.
On to the next place? Keith doing? Keith. Giving you a hard time?
I don't think okay. I don't think he likes it. But okay, what do we do?
You didn't do anything. You actually had a
You want to see what I did?
big argument. Head on first.
Oh, really? Oh, well, I need to know.
We threw away a bunch of her stuff without asking her. If she does hoard stuff, we still are not supposed to touch other people's stuff.
Who's driving me crazy over here? This was always like that, and then this was all, so I did nothing.
That's sad.
Okay, as you notice here, we got a whole column of hearts colored all the way, drawn all the way up.
You're just staying in the line.
Okay, and then we're going to do a second one
Sometimes this is always moved.
You
Like,
can
And
even
we're
put
gonna
signs saying,
overlap them.
this goes here, and it still might not.
yeah, I think he got it. But I think that's also why he like doesn't talk.
Yeah, I think that's something, and Alberta, if I leave there.
When did that
She
happen?
wants to write a poem. Like,
When did that happen?
I think like last week, maybe before, she was out last, it couldn't have been last week, she was out last week.
Throw up like what our flowers and our plants.
He's always messing with my plants. And, especially always like my tissue boxes out.
Okay, see how we got that there? All right, so what you want to do is you want to fill up the whole page. Now, sometimes you can have it overlap a little bit, see how it overlapped there? Or if I were to draw a new one, I could draw it all the way over here and have it overlap halfway. So let me draw one of those overlapped halfway so we can take a look.
We're not gonna touch anybody's stuff anymore. Nobody's touching anybody's stuff. If you want it done, you go over there and then, even though it's in this area. So nothing's missing. He knows all about that, and you throw away paintbrushes, you throw away a bunch of stuff on.
Okay, see how those right here, that's halfway covered? You can do that, or you can just do one, a whole one next to it.
We smell it sometimes.
All right.
Okay, see how I did the whole one right there? All right, but whatever you do here or here, however big or small, or you want to continue all the way up the same. So I'll show you.
Yeah, I go over the back in the morning. We have a little stuff around where, and so over, I don't know what, it's like, I don't want to start my day out around that kind of energy.
Right, I know.
So I just will like go out.
Okay, so then you want to do the hearts all the way up. Now, once we fill up the page with hearts, all right, and then you can fill in the graph one as well. Then the coloring part is the fun part. So we could start off by doing a blue heart, and I suggest doing a outline first. Okay, so I'll show you. I'll outline a couple of these guys for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did a whole column of blue. Okay. All right, and then I'm going to do a yellow column here next to it.
Lunchtime of the day you get married, you know?
You guys are ready for February?
Okay, so I did the yellow ones there. Now, watch what happens here. So let's just say that I know that this is going to overlap here. So I'm going to actually make them overlap. So now I'm going to color this one whole heart yellow. Okay, so you see that? See how I did it all the way over here where it would be underneath the blue. So I did it here and then I filled this in yellow. And now I'm going to do the blue and fill in the entire blue. Let's see what happens.
Today I'm not sure because of the time. So I have to get my daughter to school and after school, like if my other daughter is in Massachusetts, or she's in
Now, it might be a little bit hard to see, but can you see that middle part there? So we got yellow and blue, and then if you combine them, what color does that make? Yeah, green. So we can do some fun experiments with that. We can do a couple different colors overlapping, and then you'll get a new color. And it all depends upon what color you put first and then what color covers it. So yeah, so then what you can do is just fill in the whole thing, and you could do all blue hearts, color them all in, or leave some outlines for a nice effect. But once you do that, eventually you'll get something like this. And then you could write to mom or to dad or to grandma or to a friend or to yourself. And then you got a wonderful pixelated, tessellated heart. Okay, pixelated, tessellated is like a squared style of heart. Well, thank you so much for joining me today for our craft time. I hope you really enjoyed it. Again, it might take a little long, but it'll be really worth it, and you'll get something as beautiful as this when you finish. And here, as you can see, it's a different rows, and then eventually I repeated the color. So I did purple, red, blue, green, yellow, purple, red, blue. And you could repeat the colors, but it's nice to have a column. But you know what? Do whatever you want. Get creative with it. If you want to do lines of purple all the way across this way, do that. And then a line of yellow this way, and then the purple and yellow. Whatever you want to do is correct. Have fun with it. Get a little creative and enjoy yourself. It should be fun making pictures and art. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, Mr. Kevin's STEM or STEAM Craft. I look forward to seeing you next week. And if you have an opportunity, check out all our wonderful videos on Providence Community Library YouTube channel, where you can check out all of our wonderful videos that me and my coworkers have been doing. They're absolutely great. And don't forget, Miss Amy has her coloring club and or book craft on Thursday at 6:30. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you soon. And in the meantime, be creative. Bye now.